Me, I am Dr. Mrs. Asha Ramdas Bajaj. My topic of discussion today is Pap smear test. I want to thank Team NOGS and Dr. Alka Mukherjee for giving me this opportunity for the discussion. What is a Pap smear test? Is obtaining simple exfoliated cells, that is dead cells that are shed in the cervical mucus. It is a very simple test to look at cervical cells. The specimen should be obtained 2 weeks after the first day of last menstrual period, taken by brushing or scraping. Why it is done? First thing, to detect early cancer of the cervix, and second, to determine estrogen activity related to menopause or endocrine abnormalities. Who should have a Pap smear test? First thing, all women have initial Pap smear test no later than 20 years old, but those ladies who are exposed to sexual activity, then they should also test it 3 years after the onset of sexual intercourse, though they are not married. Third thing, after initial test, have annually or 6 monthly. After the age of 30, a woman should be screened every 2 to 3 years unless she has high risk factor for developing cervical cancer. The risk factors we will see now. Suspected cervical cancer or a Pap smear suggestive of precancerous cells. Exposure to dimethyl estradiol, that is DES, before birth. HIV infection. Fourth is weak immune system due to organ transplant or chemotherapy or chronic corticosteroid use. And the most important on the list is a history of smoking. Now we will see equipments required for Pap smear. First thing, vulva screening test. Second, container. Third is vaginal speculum, torchlight, perineal drapes, cytobrush, thin prep, sterile gloves, and iris spatula, that is a wooden spatula. Instruction prior to the Pap test. We should inform the patient so that the nurse should advise patient to make an appointment other than when the woman is menstruating. Second is ideal time is 2 weeks after the first date of last menstrual period. Before appointment, we should ask patient that patient should avoid intercourse for 2 days. Second is, and refrain from the douching for 1 day. Ceases the use of vaginal medication for the at least 48 hours before the Pap test. During the procedure, what we should do? Inform the explain procedure to the patient so that she should not feel bad. Second is, first is advise patient to avoid her bladder, that is to pass the urine. Second is provide privacy to her. Third, assistant position lithotomy to her on examining table. Drape the patient, permit minimal exposure so that she should be comfortable during the test. Interpretation of the Pap smear. How we will see that? Normal means negative means there is no identifiable infection. Ascus that is presence of high risk infection with HPV. Low grade changes frequently due to infection with HPV, which is in some instances can be a risk for the cervical cancer. High grade changes, very atypical cells that may result in cancer, and squamous cell carcinoma or adenocarcinoma. Cancer is evident and requires immediate attention if we find this symptom. There is classification of a cervical cytology smear. One is NICE system and other is Bethesda system. First, negative means in both the system, negative means negative. Borderline changes in squamous cell, but in Bethesda system, ascus, atypical squamous cell of undetermined significance. Borderline changes in glandular cells. In Bethesda's, AGE, that is atypical glandular cells of undetermined significance. Then SI1 and SI2. In this, LSIL, that is low grade squamous interepithelial lesion, and HSIL means high grade squamous interepithelial lesion. Severe dyskinesis, that is CN3, is HSIL, high grade squamous interepithelial lesion. A squamous cell carcinoma, that is same in this Bethesda system, that is squamous cell carcinoma. Glandular neoplasia, that is AGC, that is neoplastic, or AIS, that is adenocarcinoma in situ. Post-procedure instructions, they are very important. Tell patient to inform any excessive bleeding after procedure. A little bit bleeding is normal. They instruct patient to follow up the procedure at least annually or biannually, depends on the severity of the test. The cervical smear, normal. If it is a normal cervical smear, then it should be repeated every 3 years. And if it is abnormal, then ascus, inflammatory with ill-defined infection, abnormality LSIL or HSIL, and grand tumor. So we will see first ascus, repeat smear in 3 to 6 months. Inflammation with identified infection is test, treat the infection and repeat smear in 3 to 6 months. LSIL and HSIL, invasive or other abnormal smear, then repeat colposcopy, and gross tumor is referred to for the taking the biopsy. It is very needed. Then if a repeated smear, ascus should be repeated smear in 3 to 6 months, and then comes normal, then repeat cervical smear in a 6 months, and if it is normal, then repeat after 3 years. Then test in a inflammatory with identified infection, then test the infection, then repeat smear in 3 to 6 months. It becomes abnormal, then again after 6 months. LSIL and HSIL, invasive or other abnormal smears, then refer to colposcopy. Thank you very much for patient hearing.